What's up, y'all? This is Ty. How you doing? I'm distracted. I'm distracted. Y'all can't see this, right? But you see this shirt? This shirt I got on today with this whole gold thing. It's really nice. But when I'm looking into here, I'm this gold stuff right here is like glaring. It's like messing up my eyes. Like it's like I don't know if how it's gonna look when you see it on your end. And I don't know who is in charge around here. Who's in charge of wardrobe? You got me this gold shiny thing, and it's like, yeah. But anyway, let me see, cause that I gotta do so. It's like distracting me. Like it was the gold, the shine, the light is hitting it and it's messing up my eyes. Like it's bouncing off the camera or something like that. Okay, let me just do like this. So maybe if I do like that, it's a little bit better. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. How you doing? Sorry, a minute me rambling. What's up? Welcome to another lovely review of one of my favorite shows on HBO. This is Insecure. This is season 4. This is episode 9. Episode 9 already. And tonight's episode is Low Key Trying. And I'm trying to review this with this bright, this the bright thing is. I might go change the shirt. I don't know. It's like it's doing something to my eyes. Anyway, if y'all saw my review for episode 8, you can tell I was wrong. Because I had said, you know what, with this whole Lawrence and Issa getting back together and having sex and all that, I just thought this was closure sex. They just, because they had that whole honest conversation and they was getting themselves, they had that whole honest conversation and they were being, just letting things out about how they felt about things and all this stuff. I just assumed, okay, they're not really getting back together. They're just like, but this episode showed me that they're like F buddies or something like that. They even said, I think Issa even said in the episode, what are we? Because it was like episode opened with them. You clearly see them spending a whole lot of time with each other, you know, making jokes and kissing on each other and humping on each other and getting it on. So I'm like, so I was wrong with the whole thing of them being them. I said last week, I think I said something like in last week's episode that they were getting closure in that. And so yeah, they had sex, and because when she walked away, she just got dressed and left and walked home. She didn't let him ride him home. So I thought she was just getting her rocks off and like, okay, we answer some things and that's that, and we just gonna seal this. And I was wrong. They're getting it on. They've been spending a lot of time with each other, and we learned that because I said, well, where's old Canola at? And I'm sorry, where's Condola at? And they said, oh, that's officially done. And she mentions to him that Nathan wants her to help him move, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm cool with that." So they're in I don't know what this is. It almost seemed like they're like a friends with benefits thing type of thing, because they're being open and honest with everything. So hey, if this worked for y'all, this worked for y'all. As long as nobody catches any more feelings or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not too sure. It's looking like it's just a friends with benefits thing right now. Like they just, but then again, see, I'm kind of conflicted. Because then again, Issa is still like, I don't know, she's still like, they both still have some kind of feelings for each other. So, but they haven't labeled this yet. So it's like, we don't know what this thing is. So meanwhile, we see that, and then we see Molly. Molly's in this episode, and Molly speaks to her psychiatrist, and she's basically saying to her, she doesn't think she's wrong. She really feels that all the onus is on Issa. So the psychiatrist made a good point. She said, listen, do you want to save this friendship? If not, I mean, come on. If you don't want to save the friendship, how valuable is this girl to you? Perhaps it might be, as a relationship still serve a purpose. Do you want to make it serve its purpose? Purpose. Do you want to make it serve a purpose? Do you want to make it work? And that was a good question. It's like, listen, either y'all gonna make this work or you're gonna go your separate ways. And we see, like I said, this episode, they always sprinkle something funny in here. They did the Saving Latoya. Is it Saving Latoya? Looking for Latoya, whatever it's called. They did that. That was funny. And Issa on the phone and she calls Kelly, and Kelly's message, greeting was hilarious because it's in two languages. I thought that was funny. But then when Issa imagines Molly picking up the phone, and then Molly like totally blasting her out like that, and then she gets scared. That was funny. So now that was just her imagination. So Issa does reach out to her. She's very nervous, and this scene kind of like got to me, touched me, because that whole look that she does, she had this whole little pouty look. You could tell she was nervous. And Molly came in, and they were kind of, they were tap dancing around each other, not really getting down to the nitty gritty of, listen, I had a problem with this, that, and the third. Instead, it was like, oh, how's your nephew? How's the job? How's it this? How's it that? So Issa wasn't really addressing the issues. And I'm like, you're kind of tap dancing around this. But her argument was she felt that Molly didn't bring it up, and maybe Molly didn't want her to address that right away. But on Molly's end, Molly was more like, she didn't address any of the issues. She didn't bring it up, so I didn't bring it up. So they both were kind of wrong with that. I'm like, listen, y'all should have, I don't have time for that tap dancing. Let's just get straight to it. Listen, I didn't like XYZ, and I felt XYZZZZ. Now, see, I can do that. See, I'm going to pulling myself in real quick. When if it's like me and a guy friend, who we're best friends or we cool, I can say that to him, like, listen, dude, I didn't like X, Y, Z. That's how me and my friends get down. But when I'm in a relationship, I don't know, maybe it's a little different, like with a girl, maybe. I don't know. But why am I bringing my stuff into this? That ain't got nothing to do with it. But I saw where I guess it depends on the person, is what I'm trying to say. So I can understand both sides. I can understand Issa like trying to ease into it and not really wanting to address things right away, and Molly feeling like, you didn't address anything. You're kind of like, what is this? So even Andrew has said to Molly, he said, Molly, well, you should have kind of brought it up. He said, I'm on your side, but maybe you could have kind of met her halfway. And I agree with that. Let's meet in the middle. Let's meet halfway and try to work these things out. So we also see Issa tonight strolling on down to help Nathan move. And she did speak to, she was open. I like how everybody's keeping that communication open and being open. She told Lawrence, listen, this guy was sort of messing with Nathan. He wanted me to help him move. You don't have a problem with that? And Lawrence is like, nah, I ain't got a problem with that. I don't got a problem. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's feeling the same way Issa's feeling. That's just what I'm going to say. But he was like, nah, I ain't got a problem with that. Whatever, it's whatever. And so she's over there, and she's kind of avoiding Nathan and all this stuff. And then before that, she asked her brother, should she still be friends with Nathan? And because she's still messing, she's back messing with Lauren. See, all this used to date this one. I don't have time for that. No, you can't do it. It doesn't work. It always gets messy. It doesn't work. It always gets messy. It just doesn't work. So she's in there. Nathan is looking like he's trying to kind of flirt, and she's like pulling back and no. And she tells him that she's kind of back with Lawrence and they're trying to work it out. And of course, I would do the same thing. He took some shots. He said, well, he's kind of iffy. I hope it works. And then she brought up her situation with Nathan. And that's when Nathan told her he discovered, and he learned when he went back to Texas, that he is bipolar. Now, when he said that, and she was like, oh, I didn't know it, and sorry to hear. In my head, I was like, run, run. And the reason I say that, and I'm not making fun of people with mental illnesses or anything like that, that is a task and a half. Trust me, because I was in a deep relationship with a woman who has serious mental illness. I keep making it about me. But but that's how I do. I can relate. I'm like, when he said that bipolar thing, I'm like, run, this ain't somebody you want to, because those things with people with serious mental health issues, I've dealt with that. And that is, I know, this is a TV show and I'm putting real life into it, but I do that with shows I enjoy. But I was like, that right there, if I'm just saying, like, if you were,
I'm saying like
if she were to ever like get in a serious relationship with Nathan, knowing this situation, you got to know when you're dealing with somebody that struggles with bipolar disorder or any type of mental issues, that's a lot of work in itself because you got to be there and you're talking to somebody that was involved. That's a lot of work. But if you're not mentally ready yourself to deal with a relationship like that, it's like, so when he said that to her, I was like, wow. I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess she's just gonna be his friend for now or whatever. But he said that. She said she was sorry to hear that. But it's good. Again, it's good that we're getting open communication from people. So she's helping him. And remember, he lived with Andrew. So he's going over to Andrew's to get his stuff. And she goes over there with him. Molly is there. Molly has already had a conversation with Andrew about how she's gonna try to make this thing work, but she's not really feeling Issa like that. It's just something she feels like Issa didn't come at her correctly. That while it was nice, they didn't touch on the issues, and she just feels like she's not quite there. She loves Issa as a friend, but she's not quite there. Maybe they're growing apart. Maybe that's just what it is. So when they get over to the house, this is where you can't do stuff like this. You can't front and be phony. You should have just let Issa and Nathan go on back. But they're like, no, 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 you stay. Let's try to come on, stay. We got snacks and we got leftovers. And so they decide to sit. I knew it was going to go downhill from there because I'm like, you're forcing it. People never force it. Don't force it because you know you're not really feeling that person. Don't try. Give it some time. Don't try to. I'm trying. If you're not in the mood, that's gonna slip out some way somehow. And we saw that in the episode. So they look like they're having a good time. They're playing, and you could see like every time every time Issa said something, Molly made a face or whatever. Then it was like she would look at Andrew. She's like, "Oh no, 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 that's fine. See, you being phony. You being phony now. You shouldn't. You can't do stuff like that." So then she does something, which this made me laugh because this has happened to me at least once, where I accidentally sent something to the wrong person, but it wasn't a text message. Mine was an email. But I know that all too well. You're like, oh damn, I sent the email to the wrong person. But she ends up sending a text she meant to send to Andrew, to Issa, which was like, I'm trying with her. And rightfully so, that hurt Issa's feelings, and I would have did the same thing. I would have got up and left too. I'm like, oh, you know what, and I would have did the same thing, text you like, I think you didn't mean this for me, and I would have got up and left. But see, I'm a little bit more petty. I would have had me a few more drinks. I would have drank your drinks, ate the rest of your food, then left, and then text you, I think you meant this for me. See, I would have had me a good time. I would have glurp. I know that's ignorant. I know, ignorant and petty. I know, I'm sorry. But that's what I would have done. But I understood where Issa was coming from. So then she's like, I think I'm going to leave now. And then Molly comes running behind her, like, listen, you got to understand, you didn't really say how you felt. And Issa was like, listen, I didn't think you wanted to hear that. That's why I didn't do it. So they were going back and forth. And Molly basically says to her, maybe, what did she say? She said, maybe we just don't fit anymore. And Issa gave the right response. Okay. And then she was taken aback by that, like, oh, okay. Then she's like, okay. But listen, maybe that's just it. Maybe y'all don't fit anymore. Maybe this is life, people. There's people I was cool with from like the 4th grade all the way up until high school. And then around that time, he was like, something is different with us. It happens. Maybe y'all just not cool anymore. So that's where the show pretty much ended on, was like, Issa saying, okay, because sometimes you just got to get to that point of, look, okay, all right, we done here, right? Am I right? Sometimes you just get to that point like, listen, we done. Like, ain't no sense of beating around the bush. We done. We done. Yo, it's done. It's the truth. Like, we waste so much time holding on to things that we could just let go. So maybe, I want to see them get back together. I like that scene where they were in the diner and they were having that conversation, and it was like they seemed to be reconnecting. You want people to get back together, but sometimes it's over. And maybe it's over. Maybe that's just it. And that's okay if it's over. There's nothing wrong with it being over. That's why I like this show, because I like this show. But I mean, come on. Maybe that's it. That's what it is. So just to sum things up, I guess we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the 10th episode. And doesn't this show only do 10 episodes per season? So I'm looking forward to see what's gonna happen in the next episode. This thing with this whole thing with Lawrence and Molly, I don't know where this is going. I guess they're just F buddies right now, and they're figuring it out. And let's see, maybe it can work. This whole F buddies thing that they doing, this friends with benefits, and maybe that's gonna work for them. I don't know, but I don't know, because it seems like Issa is trying to hopefully see if this will go and build into a relationship. I don't know, guys. I don't know how I feel. I mean, it's cool what they're doing right now, but I don't. Something is up, and I know he said he broke up with Condola, but she's got to come back and say something. Something's gonna happen. But again, we're gonna have to see all of that in next week's episode, which I think might be the last episode of the season, because I think they only do 10 episodes a season. Anyway, this was a good episode. This review was short and sweet. I don't have much more to say about it. Tell me your thoughts below. Do me a favor, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Comment. Interact with me. I like all that interaction. I love it. And I just want to thank all of you who is finally starting to check out my Insecure reviews, because y'all check out all my other stuff. I'm enjoying that y'all are checking this out. We building this channel nicely, and I appreciate that. So that's all I have for now. If there's anything I left out, let me know in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Be blessed.